Hi everyone, this is my social justice video blog. So to start, I believe that cultural humility, cultural awareness, advocacy, and social justice are all important when working in the counseling profession. Cultural humility is being culturally competent. By being culturally humble, a counselor becomes open to different worldviews and cultures, which allows them to work with diverse clients. By being culturally humble and open to the views of others, a counselor is able to have a better therapeutic relationship with their client. Cultural awareness means that a counselor must be aware of his or her own cultural worldviews, biases, and values, but they also must be aware of their privileges and how their privileges may have oppressed others or oppressed them, and how this may conflict with their identities. Advocacy means to lobby for client rights in various areas and with a variety of issues. This is important because clients will face different backgrounds and come from all different biases and issues, and it's our job as counselors to be able to advocate for them equally. That's where the whole social justice part of this comes in, just being able to treat them the way that they deserve to be treated, and treating them with equality. There are 6 ethical principles: autonomy, non-maleficence, beneficence, justice, fidelity, and veracity. Counselors practice autonomy by allowing the client to choose their own thoughts, behaviors, and direction in life. When practicing autonomy, it is extremely important that a counselor does not impose their own thoughts and values, which could ultimately lead to affecting the client's decisions. Non-maleficence is a counselor's obligation to avoid harming clients. Beneficence means to work with the community to promote health, well-being, and harmony. Justice is interacting with and treating others equally and fairly. Fidelity involves a counselor remaining faithful to the commitments that they've made, and also that a counselor fulfills all the professional obligations that they've made to their clients. And veracity means to be truthful, accurate, and consistent with others. This means that they must be honest with the clients about who they are and be their most genuine self professionally. By practicing these 6 principles, counselors are able to follow along with the cultural humility and awareness, advocacy, and social justice. One Bible verse that supports the importance of cultural humility is Philippians 2:3-4, which is, "Do nothing from factual motives or promoted by conceit or empty arrogance. Instead, in the true spirit of humility, let each regard the others as better than and superior to himself. Let each of you esteem and look upon and be concerned for not his interests, but also each for the interest of others." I believe that this verse sets an example for cultural humility that will be important to remember as I begin my counseling career. It talks about putting others first and focusing on others instead of myself. And this reminds me of what I spoke about in the first video with being a professional counselor with a Christian worldview, and ultimately going back to that, just making sure to love others the way that God loves us, and just put the needs for others first. And to be an advocate for my client, I will always make sure that I completely understand what I'm advocating for, which this means putting in research and time, and making sure to stay informed with what I'm advocating for in the counseling field, whether that be reading journals or books or even joining groups, which I do hope to do. I hope to join support groups and groups that just try to help in the stigma of mental health. So that will conclude my video, and thank you for watching.